Episode 5 begins. So what we started today in the amazing outdoor workshop here at EV Central is these critters here. And these are terminals for the battery cables, which are all laying in this bucket down here in the heat and over here on the ground. So it's inch by, I think, looks to be about 1/8 inch thick copper and clamps. Of course, this hole here is for the we'll go over the battery post eventually. Just kind of show you how that's supposed to go on. And that's a tight fit. May have to open those holes up a bit for the small ones are good. Anyway, we're going to put the cable and then, of course, in the connector here, and then tie that onto there. I got the auxiliary battery connected as well. Did some funky connector on that one there. You see it? Yeah, that worked out. So, and it's where everything works. I tested it, so it's fine. And we're going to start throwing the rest of the batteries in here, and then fashioning some brackets to go across here and of course over here. And then we'll start maybe making the jumpers up and seeing if we can get this thing tested soon. And carrying on with the oh, I'm in zoom mode. Carrying on with the battery placement and connection. Got some of the terminals made up now. I'll show you what that looks like. See if I can get a bit of close-up for you. There you go. Another one there. Actually, they worked out pretty good. So far, these were the existing terminals that I had on some of the cables anyway. This type here. And then on the other ends, I just cut the wire off. I used a grinder, angle grinder with a cutting stone on it to cut it off. Strip the ends back about 1 inch, and then clamp them into these. Anyway, I'll carry on and we'll see how this ends up. All batteries and all the jumpers are now in place. So just do a quick scan here. So that's the top two up there. Everybody's in. And note I have a 400 amp fuse in line right here. Since it's a series system, it really doesn't matter where you put the fuse. So that's 6 batteries in series for 72 volts. And that's exactly what we have. The next thing I'm going to do is hook up my state of charge indicator. I have a little state of charge indicator that I bought, which is 48 volts, which presents only a minor problem because I originally thought I was going to run a 48 volt system, changed my mind. So now I'm going to run 72. So what I'm going to do is just take it off the center. I'm going to leave off the N2 batteries and just wire it into the 4 in center series here. And that will give me an overall state of charge. It's not perfect, but it will get me by for now until I think of something else. Oh yes, and over there is the shunt, which I haven't installed yet. Of course, I have to put all the rest of this stuff in. I got lots more to go. Stay tuned. Still part of episode 5, and okay, all the batteries are mounted, wired, and I've got my King Kong connector here. This is from the main parts of the battery, plus and minus. Oh yeah, this interesting little thing down here. 3 power resistors, 10 ohms a piece, 30 watt. That's to reduce the voltage from the 72 volt pack to the contactor. Because the contactor is a 48 volt unit, so it drops it nicely to about 49 volts, which works out just about perfect. And yes, the main lines are in. If you look down here, the controller's wired. I have one more. Oh, yeah, yes. Go back up over here. There's the 3 little relays I was telling you about at a previous, which I had to wire in. And one is for activating the contactor from 12 volts. So the relay operates on 12 volts, and we'll switch in this line from this resistor bank into the contactor to make it operate. Then I have to have a separate line come in from the second relay, which would be this one, and it's going to go down and connect to the controller down here as the key switch on input. And then the third one is going to be for the vacuum pump, which will be buried in this mess down here in the corner somewhere once I get it all sorted out. Anyway, I said episode 5 was going to be the official test drive number 1. I lied. I think it's going to be episode 6. Len comes tonight, perhaps tomorrow. This is Friday night, so I believe it's July the 10th. Yes. So maybe July the 11th, it's going to happen. Anyway, so this is where it sits right now. I'm that far from getting it done. So stay tuned. More to come. Isn't this fun? I'm keeping you in suspense. That's what it's all about. And one last little segment of episode 5 here before I sign off. This is a ceramic heater. Just hold that up. Notice all the wires dangling from it. Anyway, one of my friends gave me this, and it's going to become the heater element, the replacement for the heater core in the Escort EV. Eventually, right now, of course, it's about 30°C outside, which is, what, I don't know, 88 Fahrenheit or something. So heaters aren't on the top of my list right now. Anyway, it will go in eventually because we will be driving this thing in the cold, so stay tuned.